Greetings and salutations. Hello to all that are watching. I'm going to refer to my notes. I've made some notes because when I'm not channeling, it's easier to refer to the notes as to what I want to talk to you about. Today I want to talk about the vibrational shift that can also accompany a spiritual awakening. And how is this affecting people? Well, the vibrational shift is happening globally. And if you look at the world around you, you can see it's happening. The different experiences, what many are calling psyops, false flags, different things, all these things are being done and shown to help wake up a sleeping population. Okay? Well, on a personal level, when you're doing your inner work, those feelings are showing up in not only emotional symptoms, but physical symptoms. The emotional symptoms can feel like waves of energy, and the waves are happening. You'll feel high one moment, really good, excited, happy. The next minute, you can barely scrape yourself off the bottom of the floor. People are being tested and initiated to see what kind of inner work that they've done and where do they belong? What's the next step? And, we have to recognize that things aren't the way they used to be. They're never going to be the way they used to be. I've heard people say, I just want things to be normal again. Well, what is your definition of normal? I gave some definitions the other day, and a lot of people are operating off of different definitions on words. And those definitions determine how we communicate with each other and how we understand each other. And, while we're going through these waves of energy, I can tell you there is a lot of misunderstandings between people and what people say and what the people listening think that they mean by what they say. And again, back to the waves of energy. But for the waves of energy, this wouldn't even be noticed if these waves weren't so drastic, amplified, and intense. And they are. They're very intense. And, you've got people that are dealing with both healing emotional issues and physical issues. The physical issues have been manifesting because the emotional issues have gone on unaddressed for so long. And many of the ways that people are dealing with these emotional issues, it ranges. The emotional issues can look like depression. They can look like bipolar disorder. I can assure you it goes much deeper than that. And that's one of the things that I am here to help people heal. I have done this over and over again, and I have the memories, my own memories of past lives, parallel lives, timelines, of being here on a mission from God. And I won't let anything get in the way of that mission. I get, knocked down, the wind knocked out of me, and then I get back up and I catch my breath and I start again. And I will keep doing that until we've accomplished what God has sent those of us that are here to accomplish is accomplished. There are many light workers, star seeds, many labels of what people put on themselves as to what they are and what they're doing here. I can tell you, as we awaken, we are the boots on the ground to help the people that are awakening behind us. Those that were in the first wave of awakening didn't really have anybody to grab a hold of to help them through it. But those coming now have people to grab a hold of. I'm one of those people, and I know lots of others. If you're going through a tough time and you don't know what to do, reach out. Reach out to me or somebody like me that can help you with what you're experiencing. This is not an easy time. And, it's not for the faint at heart. Everybody And I do mean everybody is being tested right now. So keep your chin up, keep your faith, look inward. God said he would never leave us alone, and we're not alone. We have the Holy Spirit within us. We have guardian angels, and we have spirit guides. And we have God who listens to us directly. So don't ever forget to pray, and then take time to meditate and listen for those answers. And listen with your heart, not your head. Your head will take you to the fear-based places that aren't going to fix anything. Your heart will take you where you need to go. Thank you for listening.